He looks very
for the people.
stereotypical 50s guy.
There we go. All right.
Yeah. He's got a dent in his forehead, like somebody took the
All right, you can.
somebody took a heel. I'm going to use my mouse, okay?
Yeah, you can.
They took the
freeze
heel of their
the
shoe
mouse.
right there and went, yeah, bang, yeah.
I don't know if they can see the mouse, actually.
Or maybe.
They can't see the mouse.
No,
But if you
okay.
look
Maybe-
over at the profile picture, that's what, or the.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely, though.
So they can't see the mouse, okay. But in the middle of his forehead, between his eyebrows, is his third eye. For anybody that
It's
that,
starting to
that follows
succumb. It's
Buddhism,
sinking in.
It's sinking in, so it's showing up. So he was getting
The eye will
at that
pop
point.
out.
At that point, he was getting deeper and deeper into his weird spiritualism. Anyway, Ed
Would
Wood.
make sense.
Ed Wood made a whole bunch of low-budget films.
Oh, yeah.
And the one movie.
And he made pornographic films, it says. Look.
Well, we know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I see
they
it,
weren't
yeah,
that pornographic, but
right there at
yes.
the bottom.
They weren't that, but I'll get into that. But Ed Wood made a lot of B films, and he was known for his one take. In other words, he would take, cut, next thing, take, cut. And his films, you could see they had all that kind of lack of effort in it. But part of that is just flat out costs, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy wanted to make films.
And you want to make it quick.
His background history as a kid was he used to go to the theater and he'd pick up the old film cuttings from the theater.
Oh.
And he'd take those home and he'd collect them.
Oh, wow.
He really wanted to be a filmmaker, and he went when he was younger, after high school. He went into the military, and he was in the military for the time that you had to be in the military then, and he got out. I guess he was in the regular military, then he was just had a clerical job, and then he got out, so he didn't really see
He was
much
a cleric.
on the war.
Interesting.
Well, so a clerical guy, you know. Cleric, just a
I didn't expect
secretary.
that from him. Oh, I see.
Yes,
I hear
type.
cleric. I hear cleric, and I go immediately to Dungeons and Dragons.
No, cleric means a religious person.
No, clerical. He was like a secretary type person, but he did probably other jobs. But that's the way the
Gotcha.
service is.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that when he got out, he immediately started to go into making films at a young age, and that's really what he wanted to do, and that was his whole thing, and trying to find a way to do it. Getting his whole chasing some money so he can make a film, chasing some money so he can make a film, hire some actors. So he did things, and he made a whole series of really not good films, but fun films to watch if you want to just get a laugh at watching a guy make a film. So if you
They're
look,
the most stereotypical monster-like movies I've seen. It's very interesting.
yeah, really some real crap.
It's like what they make fun of on television, but that's the real thing. I just never seen anything like it.
So when we were having this discussion with a customer this weekend when we were doing the shoot, he was talking about Plan 9, which is a famous film, and it's known as
time.
the worst film of all time. But that was an
Yeah.
opinion. And just to wrap our brains around that a little, it's not like everybody came out with that thought or thought it was the worst film of all time. There's a film critic, Michael Medved, and he's very well known, like Ebert, Siskel and Ebert, and other people over the years that have been out there as film critics on television.
No one I've ever heard of, truly.
Michael Medved he's pretty big time. So anyway, he when he did something on this film, a talk about this film, he showed it, whatever. He called it the worst film of all time, and it stuck. Okay, and that's why it's called that. Not because it is. It could probably be put in the class of, I don't know, take a top 10 or 20 films and probably thrown right in there. But I'm sure there's plenty of other super bad films out there that are also done that way. But if you look at all the things he did to cut the film to make it weak, the storyline is sad and pathetic. The people that are acting, I mean, they're getting paid. They're trying to do the best they can.
You know what? I was actually, when I was watching it, and that stuck with me throughout the movies, that it was the worst movie. But yet, the acting was always pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they tried. It's not like nobody tried.
Yeah, but
right?
I feel like I've seen movies now that people praise, yet I find sometimes are not worse, but almost on the same level.
And what happens in the movie is that he'll have, let's say, the police go to the scene. So there's a daytime scene, late afternoon scene, pick your time.
Yeah.
But the sun's out.
Yeah.
The police are rushing to the cemetery in this case. and they're rushing to the cemetery. Police sirens on and everything else. They get to the cemetery, and it's pitch black. And the movie continues with that constant
It's a trend.
inconsistency of what?
It's,
Why are you there?
It's night. It's
What time?
It's night now, Ned.
It doesn't matter because he only took a few shots. Those are the shots he was going to use.
It was definitely the settings.
He probably brought the car in at different times, shot
Yeah.
it again, shot it again, shot it again, one-time shots, and then did the cemeteries was all inside a studio. It looked
and it was all night setting.
They had a mausoleum that was like a children's playhouse made out of cardboard.
Yeah, it was great. Actually, it looks
Honestly,
like
that was
boom.
so funny. The
Hold, I don't
mausoleum.
even know. Yeah, the mausoleum. They all like came out of it like a clown car. It's kind of
But
interesting.
My personal favorite part is because he did the one takes, and there was that one part where the guy's saying bye to his wife, and she's all, "I'll see you," and then it like cuts out, and she's inside.
And the first thing they see in the movie is just a vampire girl zombie thing.
Right, Vampira.
Elvira.
It was
Vampira was in that movie and a few others. And if you
Yeah.
look at his list of there's a whole thing on the list of which actors that he used in different films. So he's brought in multiple actors into these films, and they might be in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of his films that he does, and they're willing to do the film.
Yeah.
Get paid whatever wage they got because they got to pay their bills, and do what he needs, and he just cuts and cuts and cuts and does that take and takes another and goes through and gets that film done and edits it and pieces it together, and that's what you get at the end. And there's not a lot of
Makes you wonder why the movie's so nonsensical.
it's interesting that he feels that that's enough, but
Oh, yeah.
he would rather do that than not make a film at all. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I see that. It's he produces his stuff. He really does. It seems like he's made a lot of movies.
Made a lot of movies.
Yeah.
He's made a lot of movies. This talks about his early years, and when I mentioned that he was in the military.
How long he was making movies for?
Well, until he died.
When did he die?
1978.
Right,
How old
1978.
was he then?
Well,
He was
70.
born like 1930 something.
No, 20 something.
Oh, really?
something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, he didn't live a long time, and he left his second wife, and she never got married again, and she died somewhere in the early 2000s, and his whole thing was directing and screenwriting, and that's what he did. He didn't do much acting at all. He wrote the stuff, as good or bad as it is, but it's really cheesy, and it's very campy. Yeah, it's really campy. The beginning of Plan 9 is unbelievable, and then here's his films. He's done it 53 and 54, and it keeps going on. Brides of the Monster, Planet 9. It's not Planet. Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Yeah, Plan 9.
So basically, the idea behind Plan 9 is there is a spaceship, okay, and there is a building also near the cemetery, okay, where these people are, that they have this building, and this building, or it's a unit, maybe it flies, I guess, but this unit sits on the cemetery property or somewhere close to it. And what they've decided, these aliens, they've decided that planet Earth have not done, the humans haven't done the right thing. And what they're doing with helium bombs and atom bombs and all these things is that they're going to destroy a planet, which actually there's a little bit of truth to that. So they don't like it because the aliens.
And we apparently attacked them on the spot.
Well, the Earthlings, right, but the Earthlings don't realize, the humans don't realize that these bombs and these things have a larger effect than just the Earth, and they'll actually create a bigger problem by destroying the solar system or more the universe, and it'll go out into a chain reaction.
Solarite.
Right, and so there's some new power that they have, solarite.
Solarite.
Right.
Yeah, it's basically you harness the power of the sun.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they're going to take it from atom bomb to hydrogen bomb to that, and
boom, explode everywhere. But
right. They don't realize they're going to wreck everything, and the aliens say,
Yeah.
we don't we've let the humans go this far, but we can't let them go anymore. So it's better to destroy the humans, okay, than to destroy the whole universe, which sounds reasonable because their point is we got to live in this universe too.
But what's the point? I don't understand what the point of like the making the zombies is.
Okay,
And
so the zombies, so apparently they kill people and they bring them back, and those
yeah.
people like zombie-like people come back and then they kill other humans. But it's only happening, like they're only killing a couple of people or trying to kill a couple of people within the context of the Hollywood area.
Yes.
So that's not really killing the whole planet.
And also, for some reason, they have, I don't know, I'm going to guess they have a bunch of ships, but yet only one of them is doing something about it. That landed.
Well, Ed Wood is smart enough to keep it within the context, and I can understand this as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
You're only going to make a film and write a film of the things that you can shoot and afford to shoot.
Oh, of course.
And you don't, well, a lot of people try to take it too far and they say, well, we need helicopters or we need jet planes, you know?
Or
You can't
1,000
afford jet
missiles
planes.
firing at the air.
Right. Just for this
The entire
13-second
budget
shot.
goes to that one thing.
Got to have that and spend, you know.
It was kind of
let's
ridiculous.
drop it $1.5 million
honestly.
on that one. So Ed Wood understood that and he stayed within the context of what he could afford and what he could
Yeah.
do. So you have this where you have these cheesy shots of spaceships and everything else. And we actually have the YouTube of the whole movie, but we're not going to show that because it's too long and I'm going to skate through it. But what we do have is Tim Burton, a number of years ago, made a film about Ed Wood.
Yeah.
Okay? And we have the 3 minutes on YouTube, from YouTube, of this movie of just the scenes and what he did for Plan 9. So, Tay, if you could bring that up and we can show that from the beginning, that would be fantastic. And make sure that it has audio also, please.
Yep. All right, just let me know when you need to scrub through it because I have to.
No, he's
monitor
watching it.
the-
We're just going to watch the whole
Oh, we're
3
just gonna
minutes.
watch it through? Okay, perfect.
It's excellent.
All right.
It's so authentic.
Oops.
The whole thing, please.
Hold on one sec. Okay. Now we're good.
Action!
Oh. Exactly.
Right. Tim Burton did such a great job.
Rolling.
I mean, there's Johnny Depp as
Oh,
Tim
I
Burton.
love it.
I mean, as Ed Wood. And always watch the Ed Wood character. And there was Bill Murray
Oh my gosh, it totally is.
playing the head boss.
That's an alien.
That's an alien. Yeah. I love it. That's the joke because everybody knows it's Bill Murray. That's an alien.
What plan will you follow now?
Plan 9.
Plan 9. Ah, yes, Plan 9 deals with the resurrection of the dead.
Everybody does.
Long-distance electrodes
What did you
shot
expect
into
to
the
do?
pineal.
Oh, I'm
of the
just saying Bill
pituitary
Murray looks
glands
almost
of the
exactly like
recent
the guy
dead.
from the movie. It's kind of crazy.
You know, maybe
Oh, you gotta
guys
listen to
were
this.
right. Plan 9 is a good title. I want that lightning, I want those two explosions, and I've got to have more shots of the military. Right.
He's always so enthusiastic about everything. And that's exactly like the movie. He thinks it's great. He's watching like, this is great. This is great. And look at how they do it.
it.
And look how he looks at, this is great. Everything is great.
And cut. All right, friends. Prepare for scene 32.
And he's real positive.
Where's the cockpit set?
You're standing in it.
Did you hear what he said?
No. He's standing there?
Take that back. I'll take that back a little bit so we can see what he says.
What about there?
Yeah,
A little
go
bit
ahead.
more.
Yeah, a little bit more. Just right when. Yeah. That's.
So we can see him come in.
Prepare for
Now look at
scene
this cheesy
32.
setup.
Mr. Wood? Where's the cockpit set?
You're standing in it.
Oh, where's the cop?
Place it.
Yeah, you're standing in it. That's just great, you know? There you go, the fiery. He thinks this is great. Look at him smiling. It's exactly how Ed Wood envisioned it.
But what if we developed this selenite bomb, then we'd be a stronger nation too.
Stronger. You see, your stupid minds. Stupid.
That's all I'm gonna take out of you.
Cut. He just like, it's great. You know?
Great.
I couldn't do anything better than that. That was just a great. And this, he does this guy.
My friend, we are all interested in the future, for that is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives. And remember, my friend, future events such as these will affect you in the future.
The Ed Wood one is excellent. It's excellent.
And that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.